Stay loud, stay clear. Refugees are welcome here.
Deb Cohen, who is an activist who learned the importance of speaking up through the Occupy movement. She's a co-founder of Activate Connecticut, whose goal is...
Good morning, everybody. I feel so blessed to be a member of this community. I think it's very appropriate for all of us to say good morning, brothers and sisters. That's truly how I feel about all of you, all of us together. We're all familiar with the beautiful inscription on the Statue of Liberty that begins with, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free." These words are not followed by, "unless this proves inconvenient, disruptive of our privileged comfort zone, or a challenge to our sense of well-being." Those words do not appear anywhere. I'm speaking to you today as a representative of Activate Connecticut. Activate CT emerged from the simple idea that with encouragement and information, we can all be motivated to speak up, advocate, and otherwise act on behalf of the causes and goals that we hold most dear. We here at this rally today share one such goal, and we are determined to see it come to fruition. But much like hitting that like button on a Facebook post or signing an online petition, this rally will only take us so far. To be effective, we must act, and in order to act, it's always helpful to have a to-do list and a toolkit to get us started. And my purpose for speaking to you very briefly this morning is to send out a reminder to the seasoned activists among us and to welcome new prospective activists who might need some just hints to get us started. And this is what I'd like to offer. First, communicate regularly with your legislators who support the acceptance of refugees to make sure there is no backtracking of that commitment. Call regularly. Email regularly. When you write to them, what I've learned is that a handwritten note to your legislator is going to go a damn sight farther than something typed out in everybody else's words. Communicate regularly with legislators who don't support our cause. Let them know how we feel. Let them know that our numbers are strong. And encourage the people that you know in those states that are saying they're not going to take refugees at all. Tell them that they need to contact their legislators as well. Write letters to the editor of large and small papers alike. Do this often so this issue doesn't get lost among other concerns of the day. We have to keep this issue front and center. It will disappear if we don't do that. I know this is going to sound, pretty unimportant, but flyering is always a means to get the word out about the things we care about. Print out the most meaningful 1 or 2 fact sheets that you believe delivers a message of why accepting refugees is the right thing to do. Carry those sheets with you all the time. Hand them out whenever you have the chance. Chances are you'll get this information into the hands of someone who hasn't given much thought to this issue until they have contact with you. Be armed with information about the vetting process. When someone comes to us and says, we can't let these people in because the world is just going to explode, we need to come back to them with facts. Learn how to become involved in sponsoring a refugee family once they come here. This one's not always so simple, but practice the art of civil conversations with people who disagree with our position. And I think we also need to challenge either-or thinking. The notion that we shouldn't support refugees instead of our veterans or those who are routinely financially and politically disenfranchised should grow into a commitment that we should be supporting our veterans, disenfranchised, and refugees. This country claims to be the most powerful and progressive nation in the world. That's only true if responsibility is taken to use our wealth and resources on behalf of those who are really in need. Becoming active can be intimidating. making that first phone call, standing on the first street corner with a sign proclaiming what you believe to all who are passing by, talking with neighbors and strangers about the things you stand for and more. For many, these things take courage. But the courage necessary to get involved is absolutely nothing compared to the courage it takes to wake up every day in an environment that threatens the very lives of your family. Let's all own some much-needed perspective about fear and determination. For the record, I am the granddaughter of immigrants from Russia, Poland, Greece, and Turkey. I'm here today only because my family came to America prior to the Jews who were turned back in the 1930s, sent back to the horrors from which they sought refuge, the horrors which eventually swallowed their lives. May the words "never again" take on renewed determination and keep us focused on what we've begun here today. I share that with you in solidarity and love. Thank you all.